Hey YouTube, what's up? Just recorded this video. As you can see, my hair is very long. I was wearing my hat and things, so it's not as compressed as usual, but um, just want to pop on here and make a YouTube video because, I want to find my voice. I feel like I have a lot of things to share. I'm a very deep thinker, and I've used that ability to dive really deep into subjects, and I think it's an ability that can be cultivated as well. But what I want to share tonight is about journaling, actually. And if you don't know, which you don't, but I have filled just countless notebooks, 3-subject notebooks, journals, with my writing. Just grab a pen, piece of paper, and write. And ever since I was a little kid, at least growing up in the school systems that I lived in, that was the way that I learned very well, is I wrote down everything. I took notes about everything. That's why I did really well in school, at least from a grade standpoint. And I stayed out of trouble and things. But I was always told that I have the neatest handwriting. And I actually used to hold my pencil and pen in a different way, and so my finger would actually turn red because I would grip the pencil so tight, and it was such a unorthodox grip that my hand would get very it would just start to get red, like almost like a blister, but not quite. And so after a while, I changed it to a normal writing posture, and it was honestly like a very easy transition. I don't know why I didn't learn to do it a different way sooner, but I'd say my handwriting is still very neat, but it got a little bit less neat. Still very neat. But I've had so many people tell me in grade school, like, you have the neatest handwriting. And I'd also write very small, tiny too. So I think that's just more efficient because you can, it doesn't take up as much space, waste as much paper, more sustainable, less ink, and you can get down more information. So anyways, all this to say, if you don't already do this, I'd recommend you get a notebook. I like college ruled 1-subject, 3-subject notebooks are really great. And now I'll talk about the ways that I use my writing. One of these ways is, just when I'm reading various interesting books, or maybe listening to a lecture or something like that. But most recently, most of the time, I read something and then I write down the things that stick out to me the most, that I want to etch into my brain. And so let's just take a deep breath. noticing as I speak, I always try to keep a good posture. So just kind of decided to do this video. I felt the spontaneous desire to do this to clarify my voice, and hopefully it will lead to more connections with people. I would love to connect with people, and share what I've learned. This deep process of transformation, and requires a lot of work, or I chose to do a lot of work on myself. And, whether it's gardening or whether it's meditation or just spiritual study or studying about nutrition and just all things that have to do with holistic health. A lot of that process was a very internal one, but excuse me, my throat's a little dry. My throat's a little bit sore at the moment. It's non-illness related, but I've just been having a little bit of acid reflux, but I'm gonna just keep pushing through this, and I'm sharing. So yeah, I would recommend introspection. I'd recommend a food diary. Just writing down everything you ate in a day, just grabbing a piece of printer paper, blank sheet of paper, and writing food diary at the top, underlining it. Writing down what you ate for breakfast, writing down what you ate for lunch, if you have a lunch, writing down what you ate for dinner, And I'm not really a believer in the you have to have 3 meals every single day of your life philosophy. I believe that consistent eating is very good, along with consistency in sleeping and other habits. Because the more you keep consistency, it's actually been shown to develop your memory. And yeah, it's really great to have a routine, but I also really believe in the benefits of fasting. And I'm not an expert in fasting by any means, but it's something that I'm interested in, and just giving the body a break from all the energy that goes into digestion. But yeah, I wouldn't definitely definitely do your own research. That's just something I learned. So yeah, consistency in eating and sleeping, meditation, just doing a food diary. Very simple.